So now we discuss how public accountability is done in the hierarchical form of governance. So in the hierarchical form of governance, public accountability is clearly defined. Public holds politicians accountable through elections every 4 or 5 years. The politicians hold senior civil servants accountable through their power given by the Constitution and the rules and regulations. The senior civil servants in turn hold the junior civil servants accountable. And this is usually a one-way traffic. So as we move from politicians to senior civil servants to junior civil servants, the accountability goes down. And then, of course, when we move in the opposite direction from the junior civil servants to senior civil servants to politicians, the power and responsibility increases. For policy, another distinction is that for policy, politicians are responsible, and for implementation, the bureaucrats, senior civil servants as well as junior civil servants, they are responsible. And these are both separate spheres. So according to the theoretical model, there is no link or very meager or small link between the two spheres, that of policy making and implementation. Actually, the situation in reality is quite different. The public accountability in this model is based on trust and consensus. So it is believed, as I discussed in the last module, that it is believed that politicians and senior civil servants are all wise, intelligent, and they don't care about their own self-interest. They only care about the national interest. So all the decisions will be made for the national interest. However, in reality, it has been seen that this model, this type of public accountability has been broken. So junior officers are protected by the senior officers. In turn, junior officers help the senior officers in amassing wealth and to hide their mistakes. Similarly is the case between the senior officers and the politicians. They also help each other in amassing wealth, and they are not wise and intelligent. So even when they are not trying to be corrupt or try to get money, they make decisions which are not wise, which in the end will harm the national interest. People hold politicians accountable, but people also vote on self-interest. For example, if a politician recruits a family's son, give a job to somebody's brother or son or daughter, they are going to vote for him, even when that person is known to be corrupt. So in this way, the accountability model flounders. Similarly, many of the people don't go to vote. So when they don't go to vote, of course, they cannot make politicians accountable. In this country, Pakistan, most of the educated people don't vote. So their vote is not counted, and even when they are more intelligent and wise than others, they don't hold the politicians accountable. Of course, there is another way to make the politicians and senior bureaucrats accountable, and that is through courts. But courts cannot intervene in every political or administrative matter. So there are thousands of decisions made every day, and courts, limited by their number of judges and all the other matters that they have to take, so they cannot really hold the senior civil servants or the politicians accountable. You can again make or establish new institutions like NAB or other, but even then, again, because of the number of decisions that are made, it's very difficult to hold all the politicians and all the senior civil servants accountable. Thank you.